late accident and emergency and doctor's offices with symptoms, this suggests to us that we need to get back out into the community and appeal to persons, and I know that the CMO will probably speak to this later, but appeal to persons who have symptoms or who are not feeling well to be able to do what is required for us to do the necessary testing. And then the final part of this has to do with the restriction of movement. And this is absolutely necessary if we are going to contain this current spike. And why is it is going to be necessary? First of all, we need to be able to reach all primary contacts. And some restriction of movement would allow us to be able to do this. And secondly, we need to contain the spread person-to-person contact, because we have learned from back in January, February, and March that we have to move with lightning speed to contain any outbreak of this nature so that it doesn't become a big problem to the country, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing. So in this regard, there are a number of measures that we are going to implement from Tuesday, the 17th of July, and these measures are intended, the 13th of July, Tuesday the 13th of July. And these measures are not intended to make people miserable at all, at all, at all. We have to go this route because we think it is necessary to do so, and we are going to be expecting and anticipating the usual cooperation and collaboration of all Barbadians and visitors and residents in this country. So the measures will start, as I said, from the 13th of July, and they will run for a period of 2 weeks. And during that period, we will assess the situation, see exactly where we are. If we're able to contain this current spread quickly, as I'm hoping, and I know that all of us in the Ministry of Health, we are hoping, then we may be able then to go in a different direction at the end of 2 weeks. If we have not been able to, then we will have to come back to you and tell you what else we are going to do. So with effect from Tuesday 13th of July, the curfew will be reintroduced every day from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. From 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. every day from Tuesday 13th of July. There will be no social gatherings such as fetes for at least the next 2 weeks until we are able to get a handle on the situation at the moment. Attendance at churches, cinemas, and other indoor settings will be capped at 100 persons. In relation to funerals and weddings, based on spacing, we're going to cap those at 100 as well. And I know people might have been looking forward to the summer camps, but we are going to delay those for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, summer camps will be delayed. And regrettably, but we think it necessary that full contact sports, and I know that they've only within the last 2 weeks been able to commence their activities, but we're going to have to put those on hold for the next 2 weeks starting on Tuesday. There will be no spectators at sporting events, and that includes cricket for the next 2 weeks. And
no summer camp.
Studios and clubs will be put on pause.
Live press conference again, all right now.
We are going to
woman, IGS come out the bathroom with the thing with the information. No summer camp. Curfew back on.
75% of persons.
I blame you. You asked.
And I'm speaking of seated passengers in that no standing will be allowed. And this is an interesting one because I have seen, and I know that people generally have been following protocols, but I've seen a few things of late that were frightening, including one coach with, I estimate, had to be about 100 people, and the amount of people that were standing and really packed like sardines. We cannot allow that to continue given what we are facing at this particular point in time. And the last measure is that we are going to advise that wherever possible, persons who can be allowed to work from at home. And this would also give us some space in terms of movement of persons and the ability to be able to conduct the necessary contact tracing.
Yeah.
So those are the measures that will be effective from the Tuesday 13th, and the directive will be amended accordingly, and you will hear from the Attorney General on that matter to bring these things legally into effect from Tuesday. I want to repeat that these measures are not intended to make people miserable, but we have to look after the safety and the security of the country. And I would take this opportunity really to appeal, and I've done so on several occasions. I know that people might be suffering from COVID fatigue. Our staff in the ministry, we've been going at it for a very long time. We've been here before, we keep coming back, but this is the nature of things. We expect that we will have COVID cases because there's no country in the world that will exist without COVID cases, given the nature of things at this point in time. However, what we are seeing really is not good in terms of how people are treating the protocols. I have repeated on many occasions, from early in the game, that with vaccines or without vaccines, with people coming into the country or people not coming into the country, at the end of the day, it is up to each and every single one of us to follow the true and tested, scientifically tested protocols. Mask wearing, physical distancing, sanitizing, respiratory etiquette. These are the things that will save us. And I really beseech you, Barbadians, visitors, residents, please adhere to the protocols.
This can get already frustrated Barbadians even more upset. You understand? It's like if they can't get no rest. It's like every minute something coming up. Finances, this, the third, and the fourth. So, I mean, hey boy, all these are the beginning of sorrows, and we just get that preset, right? Yeah, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kodash. Do it. So they're coming to the community, door to door. You know what I mean? Community testing. You know what I mean? Community spreading. You know, so they get into the communities. I guess they get all the data they wanted. You see? So now they're moving forward. You see? The second Ezra's Matthew Salakia 24 and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So yeah, you know what I mean? They got all the data they wanted. You know how much people live in this house and that area, you know? So they meant to move. You know what I mean? They all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? Let me get this here for myself. Right? Because I want not thinking up my nose. You see? St. Matthew 10:19, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how of what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Plain. Right? One last precept. I know this is coming to. Proverbs 3:25, be not afraid of sudden fear, neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh. So, they're going to move again. They're going to move aggressively this time. Shalom.